Good afternoon, it's Lisa at Wee Woolly Wonderfuls, and this video is showing you how to do the cat's paws. So we're going to add those little paws with a chain stitch. So the pattern explains to do a little circle with chain stitches. So we've threaded our needle with the Aran fondant. I've done a nice long strand and I've put a knot in the end. It's best to have a long strand because you don't want to be reattaching another one. So the way we're doing it, if you look at that, we've got the middle paw pad and then we've got 3 separate chain stitches like that. So we're going to do the other one to match. So we're starting, we want the paw pad here. So what we're going to do is go in a different place, come out just around the magic circle, and we're going to pull through so that the knot goes inside. Like so. Now to do a chain stitch, we'll go in the same hole that we've just come out of, come up a little bit further round, like that. We're going around here. Then we put our loop over the top, like so, and then pull our needle through, like that. And it gives a little loop that through. That's it, that's chain stitch. So now we go back down. Now you can go back in the same hole, but I like to go just outside, and that's just because then it holds that nice and secure. So we're aiming for about 4 in the circle, but it doesn't matter. So we're getting our loop, putting it over the top, and then we're pulling our needle through there, just so it creates a loop, like so. And then so you can go back in the same spot here, or I just go outside. I just like to hold that stitch down. So now we're going to go around again. So we're just making it a circle. Oops. There we are. I'm going to put that over again. So we're going through the loop. There we go. And you can see it's just creating a little chain stitch. So now we're going to close the loop, close the circle. So we're going to come out where we started, and again put that loop over. So we're going through the loop. So now we've got 4. So what we want to do now is literally just fill in the center with chains. So all I want to do is, so I'm going to go down there, I'm going to come up here because we'll probably need to put maybe 2 in here, or 1 depending on how it fills. Another chain stitch. You can make the paw pad bigger, of course, and then you just have a little bit more filling, or you could make it really small and tight and not have to do any. But so we've done another chain stitch there. Now there's a little gap there that I want to fill, so I'm just going to go up underneath and up. So I'm starting at the edge of that gap, like so. So then I go back in similar spot across there. So I'm filling in the gap, and again put the loop over like so. Ooh. Sometimes get stuck in the stuffing a little bit, just give it a pull. Sometimes you get a bit of stuffing come through with your needle as well, just trim it off. There we go. So we've got a nice round pad. Now I'm going to get these level, because this one, when you hold it like that, so that, and then that one is the middle. So we'll probably start with that one to get the center, and then we do another chain. So around a gap of about 2 stitches between each one. So we want this one level. So we want our chain part here. So just always look at your other one if you've already done one and try to keep them the same. There's a tiny gap there, so I'm just going to go down there, so I'll just fill it in with the pink. So I'm going to come up here. So we're doing the central one first. That's central, maybe just a little bit that way. That's it. That's it. Pull it through. Oops, sometimes gets a little bit stuck. If it does, just pull it out like that to untangle it. There we go. Right, so we're going to do 1 chain stitch here. So we're going to go back in where we started and do it about that long. Always do go a little bit further than the size you want it, because it will go a tiny bit smaller when you've done the stitch. So we've gone one, pretty much 2 rows. Put our loop over again, like so. Pull it through. Oops. Now I'm going to just go down outside because I want to hold that in position. And then we're going to go back to the bottom, a couple of stitches away, look. Maybe a touch further. Yeah, that gives about 2 stitches between. But whatever you'd like to do it, just try and keep them similar. Oh, it always does that, look, pulls a bit of stuffing out. We'll trim that off. I'll just get a pair of scissors. Be really careful not to cut through your thread, and just trim that away. Just don't cut through your pink thread, because you'll have to then rethread and start again. So we've come out where we want the second one to start. So we're going to go back down that gap, come a couple of stitches away, slightly more that angle, I think. Just get which angle you want. Put the loop over to pull it through. Nice. And then we're going to go down there. So if we go back through this way and then come up, there's a chance you could go down the same hole and then that'll just be loose. So that's why I always like to go with my thread just out tiny bit outside the loop, and it makes sure it's held down. So we're going to try and get that even. Let's have a look. So we're going to try and pull that so it's nice and even. Does that look about the same? Yeah, that's okay. And then we're going to go, keep pulling your thread back so it's not double. If it doubles over, you'll end up with 2 strands. Go back in there. A couple of stitches, just check again it's correct. If you do one and you think it's not quite right, just pull it back. It's not a problem. Don't worry. We quite often have to do things a couple of times. Nothing unusual about that. So we've got 3. So we've now got the central pad, the little stitch there, and 2 opposite there. So to finish off, I'm going to go down just outside the loop again. Make sure it holds, and then I'm going to come out further away, but through a gap between the stitches, not through an actual stitch. And then what we'll do is go back down the same hole and come out somewhere else through a gap again, and just do that a couple of times, and that just makes sure the thread gets fastened in the stuffing in the middle. Then pull it a little bit tighter, trim it there, be really careful not to cut through the cream thread. Because you've pulled it, when you let go, it'll retract inside. And there we have it. So now we have our kitty cat saying hello with all his lovely paw pads. So we've got them on the feet and on the little hands. Look at that, it's so cute. There we go. So it's all done. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Any questions, do let us know. If you're looking for the pattern, go to weewoolywonderfuls.com and look for the kitty cats, Charlie, and this one's Charlie the cat. There's several different ones. We also do a kit for the cats as well. So you can get a kit or the pattern download, whichever you prefer. So weewoolywonderfuls.com, and you've had lots of cute stuff on there. Thanks for watching.